Hey RVers and future RVers, I'm Mikey B with Beckley's RVs, and we have a special one coming at your way today. Behind me is a motorhome name that you might not have heard of, Newmar. And Newmar has been around for a long time. Newmar to us equals quality. We're gonna get into that few outside and a bunch of stuff on the inside that really exploits how awesome, custom, but yet production line motorhome this line is. Again, I'm Mikey B with Beckley's RVs. Let's go tear into this rig. All right, we're standing outside of this Newmar coach. This motorhome is the Baystar. Newmar does motorhome lines from Baystar all the way up to the $1 million buses. And the great thing about Newmar is the quality is not sacrificed at the lower price points, if you will. They build the coach just the same as they do whether it's a $250,000 coach or a $1 million coach. This video is going to go through not only just this 3225 model, but some of the awesome features and practices that Newmar does. Starting up front with this coach, we do have a box here and a box here. What that is some technology meeting this quality coach. It gives us adaptive cruise control, lane assist, all those wonderful electronics that we have on our normal daily drivers to be able to have that more safety as we're driving those busy highways. Down the side of the coach, there's some really cool points that we have to point out. It does have side cameras and backup cameras, but you have the large side mirrors here that you can be able to give that visibility down the side. But when I'm standing on the side of this coach, mirrors are painted. Everything is painted, even the side cameras. Newmar pretty much does a custom paint job on each individual motorhome. What does that mean? It means layers and layers of base coat, paint, and clear coat on top, just like your car. This thing is gonna look awesome 20 years down the road. And they do it by hand. They pull this thing in a paint booth, they spray the base layers, that kind of thing. And even a lot of the paint here, they razor blade the edge, giving us a really nice, clean finish. And when I'm owning this thing, I'm gonna be proud of it for a long time. Moving down the side of the coach, this 32-foot motorhome has 3 big slides. It gives us a lot of room, and you're gonna see that more inside when we get in and just get that feeling of those opposing slides, those deep slides. Why can they do this on their coach? Believe it or not, Newmar was the first one to introduce a slide mechanism into motorhomes, and they have not changed it since. Big steel cogwheels, big steel ram arms. It can take a beating, and this thing, when it retracts, it is completely square. They, again, make each motorhome custom in the sense of building one at a time to make sure that everything lines up. So just like a house, if you don't start with a square foundation, everything else above that is not going to be square. As you can see below the slides, there's a lot of storage. All these compartment doors give you plenty of open cavities to be able to throw all your goodies. But while we're there, we're talking about the storage doors. They are full metal, no plastic, very well insulated, so that you can rest assured in some of the colder temperatures, your goodies inside are not gonna freeze. Check out these big wheels. What we find a lot of times in this price point of motorhomes, manufacturers cut corners. And one of the corners that they cut is the chassis, not Newmar. Newmar, it keeps that biggest chassis available. And this is a Ford chassis, by the way, to be able to have that weight capacity to not only give us the security of all this box that's on top of this chassis, but also gives us the capabilities to bring a lot of stuff, water, gear, food, people, etc., and still get that much more behind us to be able to tow our cars to our destinations with us. And a big tire also allows us to be able to stop at truck stops. How many road trucks are out on the highway? How many service facilities do you think are out there to take care of them? A ton. So this way you'll be able to pop into a truck stop, get a tire change, get brakes done, whatever you need that help you keep moving on your trip. And moving to the back, the last thing is just look at it. It is a spectacular specimen of quality construction. Beautiful paint, beautiful colors, big windows, everything is matching. Again, this is the Newmar Baystar 3225. Howdy ho! We're inside this wonderful constructed motorhome by Newmar. Again, the Baystar 3225. We're going to start up front, as I made a suggestion outside as far as the chassis and the robustness of it. Well, it's not just the robustness, it's the drivability to it. When you get a bigger chassis, you have more underneath of you. Bigger tires to help smooth out the ride, bigger sway bars to help handle the sway, obviously, from back to forth. Bigger mirrors, bigger windshield, etc. And speaking of a bigger windshield, I know a lot of people get really squeamish about driving these Class A motorhomes, but this is 32 foot. Class C that they were more than comfortable to drive, 31, 32 foot, it's the same length. And surprisingly, it's not that much taller. The biggest thing that I love about the motorhome, the Class A with this big chassis and this big robustness to it is, yeah, I'm driving safe down the road, but visibility, it's all about visibility, right? Beyond the side cameras, beyond the side mirrors, I have this huge windshield that I'll be able to anticipate braking situations a lot better. Now, I mentioned on the outside of the video, again, we have some technology coupled with this quality motorhome, like adaptive cruise control and braking assist. So again, I think what you're gonna find is driving one of these things might be a little intimidating at first, but once you get seated here, a lot of ergonomic controls here. We've got power seats, tilt and telescoping steering, and along with this visibility, it is gonna be a dream. Next thing you know, you're 200 miles into your trip and it feels like you just left the driveway. It does come with a lot of cool features other than the side cameras, backup cameras, and all that technology. We have auto leveling system that we can do right here from our seat. We can even reposition these into the living room to have some extra seating ability. And speaking of that, this is a really cool custom feature that Newmar has done. You obviously here while you're driving, you have a place for your drinks, but this is also, once you're parked, doubles into like another dinette or a little bistro, if you will. Super easy, super cool. Now we have seating for two more, or again, maybe like your bistro, your coffee, your morning coffee this could be your place for that. All right, enough of that. Let's dive into this cool floor plan. Again, I mentioned 32 foot floor plan with 3 slides. Are you kidding me? No, this is super cool. A lot of space, a lot of room. All right, so RVers, you're going down the road, you pick up some friends along the way. Hey man, no, I'm kidding. You're bringing the kids, maybe the grandkids. A lot of the motorhomes don't have that extra sleeping capacity. This one does. We have a nice overhead bunk above the driver and passenger seat that's easy peasy, lemon squeezy to do. Oh, I left the ignition on. Let that be a lesson to everybody. You can't drive and do it at the same time. Now, of course, there's a ladder here that we can attach to be able to let the kiddos get up there easily. But we have a double bed now that we can sleep 2 kids, maybe 2 adults, and give a little bit more sleeping capacity, a little bit more versatility to this motorhome. As you can see, it's a push a button, whoop-de-doo. Another sleeping space area that we could utilize is our booth. Now, of course, it is a nice roomy booth here with like Korean countertop, tabletop, really dense, comfortable cushions, but you can easily just flip a switch, push this down, and make into a bed. You have obviously an extra cushion to fill in that void. And that could either be the dog's bed or the kiddos, again, they can sleep there, so you can get some extra sleeping space. We've got tons of cabinetry. I've got to really point out, as I mentioned on the outside, there's a lot of quality, a lot of, I don't want to say customization, like they're really building, you know, this handle is different from this handle, so to speak, but it's custom in the sense that they really take the time and do everything by hand. So you're gonna find just when you open and close these doors, the fit and finish is far superior than a lot of production motorhomes out there on the market. So again, if you haven't heard of Newmar, make sure you've heard of it now and make sure you come out and take a visit and go through this motorhome with us. All right, a lot of windows that we're gonna have that you're gonna see, a lot of lights. And the really cool thing with the lights is they're all push button. So you can really, each like little area has its own little panel here that you can turn some of those that are associated with that area. Or as you see, when we get back towards the bathroom, there's a master panel that we can turn them on and off. But that just gives me the ability to kind of control my light, especially if it's a nice bright day today, like today, or maybe at night as we kind of dim down and kind of start winding down for the day. Opposite of this big deep slide is this full wall slide here. It goes from the sofa all the way back. So again, all this wonderful floor space that we're picking up. But this is your sofa here, which is really cool. It's a reclining type seat here. So opposite of the this area here is actually a television that comes up behind the booth. So we have like what they call is a televator that we can kind of watch our movies and catch up on some shows and things like that. Again, a lot of cabinetry, a lot of nice woodwork. Heck, even the countertops, they have a raw piece of Corian, and forgive me if it's not Corian, it's kind of like calling tissues Kleenex, right? But they actually miter, cut out, do all this stuff from one slab. In other words, they're not buying this countertop from somebody, you know, say company A, and buying this sink cover from company B and trying to make it fit. No, they literally are making this all in-house and installing it in this coach. So again, fit and finish is important. Why? Because when you're driving a motorhome, it is a big beast that's out on the road. You're gonna get potholes, you're gonna get some cobblestones, you're gonna get some terrain that's gonna be shaking you loose. This is the last thing we want shaken loose. We do not want our interior things shaken loose. And more importantly, we were outside. I'm not sure, Nick does a great job with audio, so if you could maybe heard the traffic. Inside, I don't have anything going on other than shutting the door, and we can barely hear the traffic. So we want to be able to drive in peace like that, right? We don't want to hear that rattle trap that's happening behind us. But anyway, enough of my blabbering. Get into the kitchen area. Again, they're just utilizing, because they're custom making each little cabinet and component themselves, they can really get into making sure that they take every little nook and cranny that they can and give us RVers space and storage and features that features that will be able to really maximize our camping trip. You have a 3-burner stove with lots of drawers underneath. We have, of course, the microwave, which is also a convection oven, because obviously if the drawers are below here, we don't have an oven, right? Don't worry about it. You can, if you haven't tried one, it is stellar. It's almost like whatever you can put in the oven, you can put in this thing half the time. So speed up those meals out there while you're camping. Big refrigerator. Definitely get your plenty of goodies in there to stow, especially if you got some extra camping buddies along with you, maybe need to do some extra meal prepping. A lot of space again here with the pantry, which is really genius to give us some drawers. And if I'm not mistaken, they still, yeah, there's like little dowels on each side here. We can actually adjust it. So obviously if you're looking at this drawer, you're not gonna fit a box of cereal in there. So don't worry, pull them out, pull the pins, readjust just like you would at home. That way you can get into maximizing that space. And right behind Nick, we're gonna get into even some more storage, some more pantry space. Check all that out. Again, adjustable shelf, so you can make it your own based on how many pantry items that you have or what you bring with you. All right, let's get into the bathroom here. Really cool door design. If I'm not mistaken, I think Newmar was the first one to design this. So many motorhomes, when the slides are in, we've always heard from RVers in the past, it's hard to access the bathroom because you're driving down the road. Last thing you need to do is worry about pulling into a rest stop and hitting the bathroom, because why? You have a bathroom on board. Why not take advantage of it? So it's really cool when the slide's in. It hinges it somewhat pretty much in the middle, so it doesn't get the full door swing, but I have full door access. Let's get into this bathroom. I mean, just look at the nice bathroom. Again, all the cabinetry is fit and finish is really, really precise, clean look. We have a nice vessel bowl here with a lot of counter space to be able to sprawl out all our toiletries. The nice mirror, heck, even the lighting here, they just really maximizes that space here. Nice big shower with a glass door here, easy cleanup. Don't have to worry about splashing or spilling water at our feet with those silly shower curtains. But anyway, this is really nice. Nice tall coach. Big thick ceiling to really insulate some of that outside temperatures, whether it's hot or cold, so that way we don't have to run our AC and our furnace too much. All right, I mentioned a panel. Again, Newmar quality meets, you know, today's technology. It's really neat. So you have a lot of your, I shouldn't say a lot, most of your controls here at the panel here that you can easily just push touchpad and be able to control lights on, lights off, your generator, your heating, your air conditioning, and then some. So I love the fact that we have a master panel here, but then each area has its own little panel to control the lights. All right, last but not least, let's get into this bedroom. As I mentioned, this wall slide continues all the way back here. So again, a lot of motorhomes in this 32 foot compromise or have to compromise something, and usually don't have a big floor space here at the foot of the bed because they don't have either the bed on a slide or this space on the slide. But with both of them out, you can see all the space that I have. I've got plenty of drawers and closet space to throw all of our garments. Even, of course, you're giving me a darn light underneath the TV. So again, Newmar, it's not just quality as far as like making sure to fit and finish, but they've really been in business for so long. They know the RV, or they know what they need. Got a nice big window in the back here so we can keep on, you know, keep an eye on our dinghy so it doesn't get lost. Oh, I'm kidding now. When you backed up to a campsite, imagine if that was like a lake or maybe a scenic view out on the, you know, the opposite mountain range. It's awesome. And of course you do have a privacy curtain, so you don't have to worry about in case you run around, we're getting out of the shower and showing off your bum. All right, and then king bed. This is a big slide, not only depth to give you, again, as I mentioned, the floor space, but I've got the king bed. So man, I am sleeping, I am chilling, I'm relaxing, along, like, again, with the quality of the build, the tightness of everything with the fit and finish, the HVAC controls that with the insulation to be able to just hone in on the right temperature, and this nice big king bed. And wherever I get to my campsite, I know I'm going to be driving in peace and sleeping in peace. Again, this is the 2024 Newmar Baystar 3225. All right, there you have it. Beyond all my rambling, hopefully you saw an awesome quality motorhome that you're going to put on your radar. What do you think? Thumbs up? Again, it's the 2024 Newmar Baystar 3225. A 32-foot Class A motorhome in a big chassis with a big box, big space. I'm digging it. Hope you do too. Comment below. We want to hear if you got any questions or maybe anything you want to see further into this motorhome. And certainly if you plan on paying a visit to us and doing a test drive, we highly, highly, highly recommend test driving the motorhome before you go and sign that bottom line. And at the end of the day too, smash that subscribe button. We love everybody's love. Send it our way. I'm Mikey B with Beckley's RVs. We'll see you at the campsites.